Polyethylene film gels are readily visible to the naked eye, but not to the camera. What I've done here is I've taped some polyethylene film, which has a big gel streak, to a window so that hopefully you'll be able to see the gel. It's taken probably about half an hour to set this up, which might explain why nobody has really taken this subject on in a video. Hopefully the sun backlight will make it easier for you to see these gels. All polyethylene film has gels. It shows up more in heavy gauge than it does in light gauge applications such as bread bags. The kind of gels and the amount of gels are part of the criteria for what is known as prime polyethylene film. Now, the number of these and the type of gels is part of the discretion that's used by the product manager of any resin company for any particular lot of polyethylene film. The resin producers have what they call a gel generation test, and depending on the amount of gels, they'll decide what will be used for prime FDA applications and what will be sold into another market. Now, the causes of gels have been a perennial bone of contention, which has resulted in big arguments between polyethylene film extruders and resin producers. Without going too much into depth about the causes of gels, which are still pretty much up for grabs, the main thing you need to remember is that they are not necessarily impurities, and they're not something that will cause anybody any ill health or pose any dangers to contamination or anything like that. Think of it as maybe just lumpy gravy or pancake batter. Some of it just refuses to melt. In other words, a few gels is not justification to reject an entire shipment of polyethylene film. Now, medical device manufacturers and medical device packaging manufacturers might disagree. The extruder will do their best to cull out these gels, but they can't QC every square foot of film that goes out of their plant. Somebody who makes bags or makes packages which are made by hand in some cases will see every square foot and will see all these gels. The main thing to remember is that with the exception of printing, gels are not detrimental to the end use of packaging end users.